Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, TransferTradeSolutions.com on a Tuesday, 7th day, October. Let's get right into the charts. Quick reminder, I am going to start doing a live session here, likely next week. I'm working on some of the details. I will be posting on X and obviously announcing the dates coming up soon, so keep an eye on that. Also, subscribe to the newsletter. Let's get right into the charts. I'm doing this again live. In other words, it's 12:24 Pacific, so the markets are trading as I do this. We are experiencing a little bit of a pullback in the S&P, kind of at a tipping point. I think today, if we close below this low here at 70, let's call it 70, 67.41, let's 67.41.25. If a decisive close below that, I think could spur some further selling. I do ultimately think we're going to head back down to 6,600 on the S&P, which would take us down to that level there. So we'll see. I don't think it's much right now with regards to the technicals. They're nothing to move the needle today. But 6,600 I think could be in the cards here coming up. Today is again seeing some weakness in Oracle and so on. Yesterday was AMD. That's kind of been consolidating right now. So that's where we're at. Interestingly, the NASDAQ futures are trying also barely to hang on to the gap that was created on Sunday. There's a gap here. You can actually see that right there. There's the gap on Sunday coming in at, let's call it right around 25K roughly. So we're trying to hold on, as we do this video here, it's kind of just hanging around as well. The rest of the markets, not much happening. Bitcoin coming off the old highs. Again, typically what happens with Bitcoin is it makes a new high and pulls back and doing the same thing again. We'll see if it actually breaks this demand zone here, 121K 500, and then ultimately goes out and tries to seek out this gap, which I think is the next target on that. VIX is jumping today. It's been holding. Interestingly, as the market's been going higher, it's been making higher lows, which could be a harbinger, could be the canary in the coal mine. Maybe looking at at lower prices, maybe taking the VIX up to 20, 21. This is interesting. You can see that even as markets go higher, there's kind of a divergence in the VIX. Rates been just stagnant, really not much happening. If they break above 420, that would change the dynamic. Home builders are getting hit today. Also, the dollar index following rates. Keep that in mind. So if rates continue going higher, the dollar probably goes higher. Also, looking at the Japanese yen breaking some significant areas here. If it breaks much, it's right breaking out as we speak right now on the Japanese yen. So you can see the yen is breaking out. This is really not being talked about too much, but I think this has a lot of implications, especially with our interest rate markets and treasuries. So we'll see if that finally catches somebody's attention. And then gold, as we know, keeps going higher. So nothing there. I mean, if you're in it, enjoy the ride, but who knows how far it's going to go. When it does reverse, it's going to be pretty massive, I think. And then also silver, kind of just churning here. I think again, ultimately it goes to 50. Copper also starting to move higher, very kind of meandering type of move there. Also, nat gas looks interesting here. Looks like it may be ready for a breakout. So all of this combined, we have no government shutdown going into its, 6th, 7th day. Who knows when that's going to end? I think, again, the longer it goes out, the more impact it's going to have. I think the pressure point is going to be coming up here in a few days. The 10th of October, I think, is when government workers get their paycheck if they don't, and possibly some layoffs and that type of thing. So overall, we could be in the midst of a little bit of a pullback here. I think we'll need confirmation again if we break some of these levels, and particularly some of these AI stocks are getting little bubble issues here. Lots of rotation under the surface. You've got home builders getting hammered today. Uh, Oil stocks look interesting as well here. So the opportunities are going to come from the individual stocks and some of these markets that I mentioned. Again, sign up for the newsletter and watch for my new live session coming up. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.